Hey guys, let's talk about Tara Leigh Calico. Tara was born on February 28th, 1969, and she's been missing since September 20th, 1988, from Bella, New Mexico. At the time of her disappearance, she was 19 years old, 5 feet 7 and 120 pounds. She's a Caucasian female with brown hair and green eyes. She has a large scar on the back of her right shoulder and a scar on her calf. She has a dime-sized brown birthmark on the back of one of her legs. She has a lazy eye and has a calico on her right temple. She has previously had braces on her teeth and her ears are pierced. Tara left her house on Brugg Street in Bella, New Mexico to go on a bike ride at 9:30 in the morning on September 20th, 1988. She took her mother's bicycle because her own bike had a flat tire. She was last seen riding her mother's neon pink Huffy mountain bike with yellow control cables and sidewalls on Highway 47 in Valencia County at around 11:45 a.m. This location is about 2 miles from her home. She's never been seen again. Tara biked the route daily during her routine 36-mile ride. Witnesses saw a dirty white or light gray-colored 1953 Ford pickup truck with a white handmade shell following Tara during her ride. It is not known if the truck is connected to her presumed abduction. She was apparently unaware of the truck's presence. Her mother's bicycle has never been located. Tara is described as an efficient, independent person who liked to make lists scheduling her days. She enjoys running. On the day she vanished, she was concerned about staying on schedule and asked her mother, Patty Dole, to come get her if she was not home by noon. Tara had plans to play tennis with her boyfriend at 12:30 p.m. and a class at 4 p.m. that day. She graduated from Belen High School and was enrolled as a sophomore at the University of New Mexico at Valencia at the time of her disappearance. She had a high grade point average and planned to become a psychiatrist or psychologist. She also had a job at a local bank. When Tara vanished, she left behind her sneakers and equipment, school books, and purse. Her mother went to look for her at 12:05 p.m., the day she was last seen. When she couldn't find her along her usual bike route, she contacted the police. The next day, her mother found a Boston cassette tape belonging to Tara by the side of the road. It was 3 miles from her home and on the opposite side of the highway, as if she had dropped it while riding away from her residence. Later, part of Tara's Sony Walkman was recovered 19 miles east of Highway 47, near the remote John F. Kennedy campground. Her mother believes Tara deliberately dropped those items to mark her trail. Near the cassette tape were some bike tracks and marks resembling a scuffle or skids. Rumors have persisted for years that Tara was the unidentified female in a Polaroid photo discovered in Port St. Joe, Florida on June 15, 1989, 9 months following her disappearance. A white Toyota cargo van had been parked on the spot prior to the discovery of the picture. The photo was located on the ground in a convenience store's parking lot in St. Joe. It depicted a long-legged young woman and a smaller boy lying on some sheets and a blue striped pillow. Their mouths were covered with duct tape and their hands tied behind their backs. The photograph was taken in the back of a white Toyota cargo van with no windows, manufactured in the late 1980s. Officials from Polaroid say the picture had to have been taken after May 1989. That type of film was not available until then. A copy of the V.C. Anders novel, My Sweet Audrina, a plastic cup, and a squirt gun are also visible in the photo. V.C. Anders also happens to be Tara's favorite author. There is apparently a phone number written on the spine of the book, but some of the digits are unreadable. Experts say it could be 300 possible numbers, 57 which are valid. Authorities believe that the girl in the photo was seen walking along the beach in Port St. Joe shortly before the Polaroid was located. Witnesses said that the girl was accompanied by several unidentified adult Caucasian males who appeared to be giving her verbal orders. An unidentified boy was also pictured on the photo. Both he and the girl were bound and gagged. Some people believe that the boy in the picture was Michael Henley, a 9-year-old boy who vanished in April 1988 from the same area of New Mexico as Tara. His mother identified the boy in the photograph as her son. Henley's remains were found in the Zuni Mountains in 1990. The FBI examined the photo and could not determine whether the girl is Tara or the boy was Henley. The girl's hairline and ear are similar to Tara's, and she has a mark on her calf similar to a scar Tara got from a car accident injury. It is not known whether the photo was staged or whether the boy and girl were being held against their will. 2 other similar photographs have surfaced over the years. One Polaroid made on film that was unavailable until June 1989 was found near a residential construction site in Montecito, California, and depicted a girl's face with her mouth covered by duct tape. The image was blurry, but Tara's mother said she thought the girl in the photo was her daughter. She has a calico on her right temple like Tara, and also a lazy eye like Tara has. The blue striped fabric the girl is lying on is similar to the pillow in the first photo. The third Polaroid photograph was shot on film, not available until February of 1990. It shows a woman loosely bound in gauze, wearing large black-framed eyeglasses with her eyes covered in gauze. There is a man sitting next to her on the passenger seat of an Amtrak train. Tara's mother wasn't sure whether the girl in the photo was her daughter. She believed this photograph may be a cruel joke. Police have information that Tara was approached by two teenage boys on the day of her disappearance, and they accidentally hit her with their truck while they were following her and harassing her. Investigators believe the boys took her away from the scene in their vehicle, and that they panicked and killed her after she threatened to go to the police. Several other individuals may have been involved in covering up that crime. This information has not been confirmed, and no suspects have been publicly identified. Authorities believe Tara's body is probably in the same general area she went missing from. Tara's mother and stepfather continue to live in the house where she lived until 15 years after her disappearance, when they moved to Florida. Tara's mother passed away in 2006, and Tara's biological father died in 2002. Her stepfather and siblings are still alive. Her case remains unsolved. If you have any information, please call the Valencia County Sheriff's Department at 505-865-9604 or the FBI Albuquerque, New Mexico office at 505-224-2000.